Bum, 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 bum. I wanna be in that number. Okay, I believe we're live, so we're gonna have a 30-second countdown and we will get started. We will rock and roll, baby. The suspense was killing me. I couldn't stop. I couldn't go the whole 30 seconds. What's up, good people? You're watching Bruddc Entertainment. We are joined with a very special guest. She goes by the name of Caroline Lewis. She is a online model and she's a very interesting lady. Caroline, tell us in 30 seconds a little bit about yourself.
Okay, hi, thank you for having me first of all. I'm Caroline, I'm 28, I live up next to Newcastle. Yes, I've just started getting into the model industry, but I also work full-time for a charity helpline as well. I've just recently got out of the military too, a couple of months ago.
Okay, wow. That was a wow, that was a lot.
So put it in.
That was a lot. You'd actually done it pretty well, to be fair. Most of the time I say that to people, oh yeah, 30 seconds, wrap it up. They're like, it's either it goes one way or the other. Either they go on forever or they sort of like, just, yeah. Okay, so Caroline, tell us a little bit about your upbringing, where it all started. Where did little Caroline, what did little Caroline want to be when she was younger?
Oh
And
gosh,
we'll go
okay.
from there.
So I have lived pretty much everywhere. I'm very well travelled, is the way I put it. So I
Okay.
was born in Middlesbrough, but I was brought up in Yorkshire. So that's why my accent's a bit mixed.
It just came out. I just heard that. It literally
Yeah.
just came out.
And yeah, so I've worked since I was 13. I was brought up in a family where work ethic was really important. So I used to work as a pot washer in a bar, and behind the bar as well.
Okay.
Shouldn't really say that. But yeah, so I started working, and then I have lived abroad. I've lived in Spain. I've lived literally up from all the way from London up to Scotland in between. So yeah, and I did theatre originally before
Wow.
I actually went to the cinema and watched Battleships and thought Rihanna looked cool, and I joined the
Okay.
military.
Wow. I was going to ask what made you join the military. So what sort of, what were you doing what were you doing in the military then? Sort of then tell us a little bit about your role in there.
Yeah, okay. So I started off as army police,
Okay.
and then I transferred to the RAF police. But within the military, there's different sort of trades you can do within your role. So
Okay.
I have done normal policing duties at Catterick, and then my next base was Scotland. I did recruitment, but then I did a really cool year in aviation security at Bryce Norton in Oxford, and I went to about 60 places. So we did a lot of protecting the planes. Doing VIP searches of anybody getting on passengers, making sure the plane was safe when it was on the ground. So I did a lot of that. Anywhere a plane went, I went. And then my last posting was in Cranwell in Lincoln. So I did just normal policing duties again before I left. So
Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Wow. So what's your most like, what was the experience like in the military? What is it like in the military I'm going to say for women, I'm going to just obviously, I don't know, what was your experience like? I don't know.
I
Tell me.
think, do you know, I really loved my career. I think it's one of them. I'm a typical northern, not to offend other northerners, but you get what you get with me sort of attitude. So when I was in there, I took my job very seriously, but also as well military culture. You know, like to have a drink, like to travel. Yeah, I loved it. I had a great time. I think it's one of them when you go into a work environment, it's just establishing your role immediately, and yeah, I never really got much bother, to be fair. It was good. Some funny
Okay.
stories from it though, definitely.
Okay. Well, you've led me to my next question.
I'll let
Your
you to
your
it.
fun your funniest story or experience within the military.
Oh, can I have a second to think of something that's not going to get me in trouble?
Yeah.
Um, oh gosh, all right, you've put me on the spot here now. Where's my funniest story? Do you know what? I would say I love America. America is one of my favorite places in the world,
Okay.
and you never know what you're going to expect or who you're going to meet. There's always people to chat to. So I'd say I've had my best times in America.
Okay.
One of them I'll never forget was with a guy called Randy. It was in a hotel. We came outside, we were all really hungover. And we were just like, we're gonna have a pool day today. I'd accidentally reversed the car into a pole, so I wasn't allowed to use the car anymore. So we decided to go into the pool bit, and there was literally we met these two people, and they were just the most redneck people I've ever met, but they were great. And we were drinking moonshine. They had his hunting knife he pulled out just for me to cut my steak. It was the most surreal experience, unbelievably. But yeah, and then I've also been in Ukraine, driving down the runway on a mongoose. It's just been
Wow. What,
yeah.
during the war? During the war, you've been there?
No, so I know UK kind of stayed out of that really. So it was when I went to Kazakhstan. So on the way back, we stopped off just to pick up some people. So
I totally forgot what I just said. That could have been a big issue. Can you imagine if you'd have said, yeah?
Could you imagine? Yeah, I was there last week actually.
Months ago, yeah, we was out patrolling in Ukraine. Okay, Putin on the line. Send the strikes. No, oh my god, it is a scary situation though, isn't it? At the minute,
It is. It's a very unfortunate situation as well, and I think their leadership that they've got over there at the moment is inspirational. That's how I feel anyway about it. I think he's an inspirational leader. Just with how I couldn't imagine hours staying in the country and picking up a rifle and going on the front lines. You know, he's got in it. You know, fair play to him. So yeah. But no, I think it's kind of died off the news at the moment, which is unfortunate. So
yeah, it is. And they're saying that there's so many deaths there, like they're not even being honest with the amount of people that are dying there.
No,
it's like it's been going for a year now, and it's just like you're seeing like Russia like launching these freaking new like missiles and shit like that. So it's
Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. Yeah, it's not nice to watch, but I think to be honest, I think I can't say they're doing well because I'm not there, but hopefully, I think when they put out the appeal for people to go over, they did actually get some numbers, which was good. So yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that your journey ended, and it ended with this furry creature beside you. Do you want to tell us about that story briefly?
He's come for the live.
Jack. Okay. What's up, Jack?
He's a paid actor.
Wow.
No, so I actually got injured. So I got medically discharged. Literally March the 31st was my exit date. And then following that, which I know you're probably going to ask me some questions, fine. And then following that, I ended up, what happened originally was I was just on Instagram and I saw Miss Swimsuit UK was being advertised, and I applied and I ended up coming third, and I only did it in 2 weeks. So yeah, I just wanted to push myself because I don't know if anybody at home's watching or anything who's quite into the fitness, but I'd gone from being able to train every single day to having to accept the way that my body had changed, the way that I looked. And I think that the gym for some people is almost therapeutic. So for me, that's why I ended up getting my dog and why I wanted to just push myself. And I thought, for me, the whole Miss Swimsuit UK was about body empowerment and women and accepting the way that you look. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go in a bikini down a runway, and that is me, and I've got to like myself and I've got to accept the way I look. So that's what I did. So yeah, wow. And then ever since then it's just kind of become a bit of a whirlwind. But my job at the moment is I work for a charity, for a helpline for family action. So I work for Family Line, the helpline, and I do that every day.
Tell me a little bit about that then. What is it you're helping people with in terms of what sort of people you help with?
So I absolutely love charity work. I do quite a lot in my spare time, but I'm one of them people that I don't usually, the only thing I promote is blood clot awareness on my page because I suffered blood clots last year. But I'm one of them when it comes to me doing nice things for people. I don't think it needs videoing, so I try to keep it to myself. But the helpline stuff is where Family Action basically support families all around the UK. And Family Line is a helpline service where people can text, call, web chat, and basically speak to one of the helpline volunteers and get through to them and be able to just get signposted emotional guidance or any sort of support. It's one of the best charities. I used to volunteer for them myself, and then they took it on now. I would say good thing for them slightly, hopefully. But yeah, so I do that now, and I supervise in the helpline. I run the recruitment, I run the training, and I manage all the volunteers. So, and I love it. I absolutely love my job.
That's amazing. So a woman suffering with domestic violence, something like that, would she be able to call you guys up and stuff and get help and
stuff? Definitely. So it could be from anything. We get a lot of parents who are having children that have SEND, which is special educational needs and disabilities, because people don't realise how difficult it is during the referral process and the time. I mean, we hear about people who are waiting for a month for a hospital appointment, they're getting upset. These people are waiting 4 years for a GP referral just to start being able to get support for the children. It's a lot, and it's made me really, really start to understand and be empathetic towards things that I wasn't fully aware of in terms of like how delayed services are to be able to help people now. But yeah, we did a grant scheme, which was £200 of shopping vouchers for people during the cost of living crisis. I think we managed to give out over 250, which is
that's good. Yeah, no, I said that's really good. That's really good. 250 people got that. That's really good.
It's amazing, but it's so sad at the same time, because these people, it's such a shame, because to qualify for this voucher, you weren't going to get food. Like you weren't, the whole point was that you couldn't eat.
Yeah.
And that's why you needed them. And when you think about that mass number, it's like, why are we not, basic needs just be met is a home, a roof over your head, food and water. I think everyone should be entitled to that at a minimum. So
yeah, when people think about starving children and starving families and stuff like that, they think about in some far country far away, but like right here on our shores, people are like really, especially with the cost of living now, like the energy prices, the food prices, oh my god, like it's insane. I don't know if you do your own shopping or whatever, but I'm not sure. How old are you? Sorry, I don't even.
I'm 28.
28, okay.
28, and I live just with my dog. So
just with your dog, no husband. Yeah, where's your husband?
I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a husband. Just with my dog.
Okay, she's trying not to upset her fans, guys. No. She's married with 3 kids. Don't worry.
No, I do want to settle down. I'd like to have a long-term relationship. I just need to find someone I can put up with, and who can put up with me.
Okay. That will slide us into our next sort of category. Relationships. What's going on, girl? Pretty girl, a model. It's a guy's dream. Single. Got the dog. What's going on? Why aren't you married?
I don't know. I always think that's such a hard question. I think as well, I think my traveling before, like with the military, didn't help. I was always like, I was in between places. I think as well, like for me, I think that the term full package should be a thing. Like, I always say that you don't want to just stare at a pretty painting all day. It needs to have something about it, So I think meeting someone with life experience who can match my energy, has the same sort of ambitious mindset as me, can be sociable, have fun. I'm very about having fun. So like I'm very spontaneous. So yeah, I think why am I single? That's I'll ask my exes.
All right, that's probably a better way of diagnosing that sort of question. When was your last relationship?
Last year was my last relationship.
And how long was that? How long was that for?
It was only for a few months. A
few months. Oh my god, what happened?
I know. I've been cheated on a few times. I am.
Okay.
I am that typical story of people cheating on me. I've got a very good intuition, so I always seem to find out. It's but no, I think for me, like when I'm in a relationship, I'm extremely passionate. I'm very loyal. I'm very traditional, which I know people might hate, but I am, and I do like to, I'm a baker. I'll make their breakfast. I'll make their lunch. It's probably a bit too much. I'm very thoughtful. Like I think about the whole team mentality. So I don't know. But yeah, maybe I just haven't found the one yet.
Okay. Can I ask one thing you done wrong, or you could have done better in that last relationship?
Leave it sooner.
What's that about then? No, come on. I want something from your perspective. Something where you honestly, okay, fair enough. It was that bad, was it?
No, we just weren't compatible at all. Very different people, and it took a lot emotionally from me. And I think that's something that I think that it's 50-50, and you should be both gaining something. You've both got to be happy independently and happy together, haven't you? So yeah.
So what does your dream man look like? What does this ideal man for you look like? Because a lot of women, like, they're like, oh, I just don't know. I think when you get to sort of like when you get to a sort of older, when you start getting into your like towards the 30s, I think some women fall in that trap where it's like, especially if they're doing their own thing, they've got their own stuff going on. It's like they do that. It's like sometimes like, do I actually even have time for a guy at the minute? Do I need a guy coming and taking my privacy, telling me, asking me where I'm going, and and then being weird about situations
Yeah.
that you might be in. So yeah, am I singing from the hymn book of your life? Am I?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I think you're right. I think sometimes in previous relationships, I've always said to people, oh, they love the way I look on a photo, they love the way I dress. And then when they're with me, they're like, oh, I don't really want you wearing that. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute, you met me like this. You liked me when you met me. So I think I don't know, my friends say maybe I can be intimidating, I guess, by like how bubbly and outwards I am. I'm a very extrovert, not an introvert. So maybe.
And you strike me as one of the lads, like you get on with the guys basically. You strike me as that type of person.
I can be, but I understand as well, and I hate the saying that people do of, oh, he's just a friend, like, or oh, she's just a friend.
Okay.
I'm like, I have male friends, but I'm not naive.
Yep. And that's actually very good to hear a woman say that, because you get women that say things like that, and it's like, oh, he's just my friend, and they know 100%. They know if they call that guy up on a Sunday night and say, I'm feeling a bit lonely. I need a big hug. That guy's coming over and he's getting some, like, and it's. Some women are so
there. He's got no shoes on. He's just ran.
He's like, I've been looking forward to this. I've been staying in this friend zone, asking her stupid questions every.
Pillow, I'm here. Tissues, cry on my shoulder if you need it. I'm here. No.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, that's what guys are like. Guys are being ruthless. This is like an art form at the minute, staying in the friend zone, and it's like you're just there, pretending to give advice, pretending to care. Yeah, let's go for a meal. Let's go for some dinner or something like that. And then, but I spoke to one girl recently, it was a little while ago actually, and she was actually really heartbroken because this guy had said to her, look, you can come. She was going on a family trip or something, and she was stopping off somewhere, and he lived closer, and it made sense for her to stay at his place. And she was like, but the problem for me was they had already done something a long time ago, but they were talking, they were friends. And she was like, and then he was like, oh, come on, you can come over, we're just friends, blah, blah, blah. Then he tried it on with her in the middle of the night. He was like, yeah, come on, you put it on her sort of thing. And then she was actually like really, really angry by it. She was like, oh my God, we're meant to be friends and you're doing this. But there's a little bit of naivety there, I would say, because if I've done something with a girl, not that spark's always there, but there's that comfort in like being a bit like touchy feely with that person, like if you've had something there before, or just.
I think that's where communication comes in. I'm a big communicator. I'm like a very open, probably too honest person. And I think, like I'm also quite a disciplined sort of person. I think the military have that. So I've got no issues in going, look, this is your area that you're in. If I ever even had done something, I will remind you're back in that area if you're in that area. I think that's the thing, is that boundaries is a big word, isn't it?
It is.
And to be fair, I think that I am in that situation, like, you never know, but that boundary should have hopefully been established, because but I'm a very life's too short. I actually, I'll be super, bring the mood down after my why am I single comments. I do live life very like life is very short, and I am that mindset. I actually nearly died last year, so I'm very in the mindset of life is short, and tomorrow is a gift. So genuinely just being that positive, be here in the moment, enjoy what you've got, can't take it with you.
Fair enough. Was that due to the accident that made you leave the army then, was it?
No, so I got injured with the military in terms of my neck. I actually have a neck injury, but it's more last year I had a massive pulmonary embolism. So I lost, I think, about 65% of my left lung last year.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was mad. Yeah, but I had no idea. I went in hospital just for some antibiotics, and they nearly sent me home. And this is a big thing about appearance and, I just want to say about like, people nowadays with this whole not every disability is invisible. I genuinely advocate that. I hope, like, I went into hospital, and because I wasn't your typical blood clot candidate, they literally were going to send me home with antibiotics, and thankfully they didn't, because I had about 5 hours left to live. So.
Wow! Oh my God!
Yeah.
That must have been a crazy experience for you. So how long were you in hospital for?
So I was in hospital for about a week, and then when I came out, I had a wheelchair for about a month, just because I was so out of breath, because I've got a clot that was in my artery and going towards my heart, so it was blocking the oxygen. So I'd get quite out of breath very easily. And then I've recovered, but I'm very in the mindset of like, I am quite spiritual. I'm in the mindset of, putting out the energy that you want to get in. It's healing. So I'm very in that. I'll go out and I'll walk, and I'll keep walking until my lungs fix themselves, which hopefully they have. I've got my next scan next week, but I do a lot on blood clot awareness because of it, because it is a silent killer, especially over COVID. I think the pandemic, it was one of the, I don't know these statistics, but I know that a lot of people around my age bracket were dying for blood clots because they were just going unseen. So.
Yeah, they were saying that was one of. Well, actually, I'm not even going to say it. I was going to mention the jabs, but for some reason you cannot say anything about, like, nowadays on social media. You can, if I even mention the word and it's negative about them things that they were doing to people's arms, I'll probably get a strike on my channel. So we're gonna swoop right past that, because they're not playing
go back to why I'm single.
literally, they're not playing with that misinformation. No, you mentioned something that was quite interesting to me. Your spirituality. Tell me a little bit about your spirituality and what you mean by that.
Yeah, so I'm a big believer in energy and putting out, and I think it comes down to as well just being just trying to be a nice person. I'm one of them people who I find it really healing just helping other people. I will go out of my way actively at least once a day to do something for somebody else, because I find that feeling almost, I'm going to sound really cheesy, but that feeling's almost healing for me. So I am quite big into that. I am drinking a bottle at the moment that has black onyx in it.
Fair enough.
So I'm quite into like my stones, into putting out the right energy, getting the right energy back, positivity. I don't think I do it too much in terms of like, I wouldn't like go, I don't manifest. I don't do the affirmations, what people do. But yeah, I just think about generally every day, just consciously trying to be a better person in that sense.
Do you believe in God, or do you follow a religion?
I don't follow a religion specifically. I always say if I was going to be something, I'd probably have like more the Buddhism faith, just because of the fact that they're more about your body being more of like a house. If I'm right in saying, because I'm not an expert, so I need to just clarify that. But how I believe from what I've read is that they believe your body is a house and that you take care of it because it's a home for your soul, which I guess kind of a way it is. That's why we have illnesses, and that's why we have like, if I eat rubbish food, my body's going to not be in a better place, and it makes you less endorphins and things like that. It's all about taking care of your body. So I am a big believer in that, but that is say that, and my diet's terrible. So
your diet's terrible. You're a freaking supermodel. You're a supermodel. You got the perfect figure. You got the you got the Cardi B going on, and you got the
Cardi B.
You
got the Cardi.
I wouldn't. You don't need to do. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to do that. Go on. People. This isn't an OnlyFans girl, guys. I'll mention.
I'm not an OnlyFans. I'm not.
Well, yeah. 'Cause I don't know what it is though. Like, this is what I mean. Like, it's a weird conundrum that I'm in at the minute. Like, my thing was, I interview everyone. I do life stories with everyone. It just happened to be that I do tend to, I don't know, connect towards a lot of women that do OnlyFans and stuff like that. And a lot of people have been like, oh, you shouldn't do that. And some people, I've even lost certain people that have like been part of my show. Wow. They're like, no, I don't want to be associated with that. And I'm just like, you telling me that they don't have a voice? They shouldn't have a voice. They shouldn't be able to tell their life story. You telling me that they shouldn't be able to share their experiences, because you don't know why they're doing it. Most of the women that I speak to that do OnlyFans are doing it to feed their family. They're the only breadwinner, and that's actually that's actually really sad. you know, that they don't have a partner, they don't have anyone they can rely on, and they've chosen to do that for their family. And I must, I respect that. I respect it. It might not be for everyone, but I do respect that they're willing to do something like that to feed their families. And some women, some women are happy as Larry. They're at peace with themselves. They've got no one bothering them. They're doing their stuff on OnlyFans, and they're really happy about it. And it's but it's very, I don't know, because I know as well. You mentioned to me a lot, like most girls do. They say, "I'm not an OnlyFans girl, by the way." Do you only interview OnlyFans girls?
No, I think it was because, like I say, it was more the theme. I was more wondering if it was that type of channel, I wouldn't have been like an ideal candidate more for you more than anything. I personally don't do it. However, I think that I've got a couple opinions on it. I think, first of all, whatever pays your bills and you're not hurting anybody, I don't see why it's an issue in that respect. I think that the thing is I say this as an opinion because I do have friends who do OnlyFans. I think people have forgotten a little bit because it's the new thing, because we've got social media spreading it. Years ago, you could go into Asda and buy The Sun and turn to page 3 and there'd be a naked woman, and it was 50p. Do you know?
Yeah.
And Playboy Bunny was a thing, and the mansion. And I don't know what it is. I think just because I don't think this is anything new.
No.
I don't, the adult industry's been around for years, and I think that everyone's suddenly surprised because it's on social media now. And I think that social media is brilliant, but it's also a negative in terms of, I think everything's got an opinion. And I just think no matter what you do, you could be, you could be in church every single week, and there would be something you weren't doing right. So I just think at this point, I'm at the mindset where whatever makes someone happy, and if you're paying your bills, contributing to society, or trying your best just every day, then it's not hurting me. So, yeah, and why not?
Yeah. So tell us about your modelling career then. How's that going at the minute? I've seen you come. I saw a couple of second places. Have you won any swimsuits yet?
So I've literally only just really started in
Okay.
April. So
Oh wow.
that's
Okay.
I'm very new to the industry. And the problem with me is I do work full time. However, it's been nice. I've met a lot of people from it. I've made a lot of friends from it as well. I love to do the event side of things just because I'm a social bunny. So I just love being about. So that's one of the reasons I was in Chelsea. But yeah, it's been good. I did Miss Swimsuit UK. I came third. Not second, thank you.
Oh, third. Okay, sorry.
I only had 2 weeks' notice in my defence, so I booked it the place and then got given it. So I'm in the finals. The finals is on Saturday in Manchester.
Oh wow! How can we vote? How can we vote to get you the dub?
Oh, thank you. It's the judges on the day, how they feel about me. But if anyone wants to offer support and give me a follow on Instagram, or like even just say we support you, it would be really nice. Because I am a little nervous.
Okay, fair enough. And how did you find? Because I know it's some sort of, I don't know, it's obviously swimsuit stuff. And how did you find how did you like? What was your comfort level in terms of some of the stuff that obviously?
So that's been one of my biggest things I'm finding at the moment, is figuring out what my comfort levels are. Because when it comes to modelling, I would probably say with my shape that a lot of the people who are approaching me are like, what's your boundary? That is the first thing I get asked. What's your limit? Like, because if they just want to get me naked. But for me, I think that I did my first lingerie shoot last week. And it really, and I didn't mind, actually. I think I didn't mind more so because the photographer, I'm really, really close with now. We formed a really good friendship. It was just, I think it's more about being comfortable with who I'm working with. I have my limits. I won't do sort of provocative positions, and I won't do anything sheer or naked. But lingerie and bikini, I'm just like, if I was on holiday at the beach or whatever, you'd see me in that anyway. So yeah.
And literally, and this is something that's weird though. I'm a little bit older than you, not much older, a little bit older than you. So it's still quite new for me. Like, I went to the beach recently, and I'm just like, all I'm seeing is butt cheeks and these thongs. I'm like, all I'm seeing is butt cheeks. I'm like, this in my day. I'm not that older than you. I'm just about 5 or 6 years older than you. But in my day, that would have been like porn. Like you would have seen this on Channel 5, and that would have been like really provocative, sort of like porn. I'm just like, it's just like the norm now. You got girls just their butt cheeks are out. Don't know what it says, but butt cheeks are just out now. It's just a normal thing. I think
You keep saying butt cheeks. It keeps making me laugh.
Butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks. Yes. So I'll be honest. I am that person. But just
Fair enough.
just because my bum looks better in it. God, I always say I wasn't blessed with the top half. I was blessed with the bottom half. But yeah, I guess as you see men nowadays, you know, especially more European men, you know, wearing like what are they called? The briefs.
Yes.
They're like knickers.
I'm just trying to get one of your videos that I
Oh no!
I get one of your videos that I screen recorded up here for a second. One sec. Let's find it. It's not.
Go on. It's okay. It's on my social media.
It's on.
I was going to say, I wouldn't know you got anything else.
Okay, guys, brace yourself for some butt cheeks. Oh wait, let's see.
Which one did you get?
It's really dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, it is really dark.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go. Wow. Whoa. Well, what are you squatting? You must be doing some serious squats.
I don't actually train in the gym, you know.
Really? You must have
I haven't trained. Thank you for sharing that, though.
No, you must have some serious. You must be doing some serious squats, boy. Because them glutes, boy. Have another little peek. You can't help but have another peek. But
that was my birthday, you know.
Really? How 28 then? Yeah.
That was my 28th, March the 10th. That was my birthday, and me and my friend went to an Airbnb in the Lake District. It was beautiful, and it was a big barn conversion, and yeah, it was freezing. I won't lie, that was like the 7th attempt at that video, and by then I
really? All right, guys. All right, you perverts. Let's get out of here. So you feel a bit more comfortable now. Do you find this a bit more like, I don't know, like with all this lingerie stuff, do you find that it sort of makes you feel like, I don't know, a bit more like sexy, more, you know, happy? And
I think for me, because like, I'll be honest, I've got quite bad where like I'll go through days where I think I look really good or I think I don't. So some days I look in the mirror, but like my bum's too small or my waist isn't thin enough. And I do that. I think every girl goes through that, and every man as well, because I don't want to be like sexist, because everyone has a complex sometimes that they have insecurities. But yeah, I think the more that I do it, and the more like, you know, it's obviously a nice confidence boost and everything, you know, but yeah, I think for me, it's just, I dress to my shape. I always say, like, if I wore a baggy top, like, you wouldn't know what size I was because I go in. So, you know, it's just dressing to my body shape, really. If I put on the knickers or the briefs or however we word it, my bum kind of doesn't look as round. It just sort of squidges out. My butt cheeks, the butt cheeks. That's
butt
it.
cheeks,
I'm going to say that for the next few weeks because I love that word now.
All right, fair enough. Butt cheeks, okay.
Yes, that's the word of the week. I'm going to put that on my storage.
All right. You mentioned butt cheeks. Let's have one more look. We got some people in here. We got a couple of people in there that want to see the video again.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, guys, make sure you all go over to Caroline Lewis and Instagram, and you know,
yes, Caroline Lewis 95. See it on repeat.
My girl got butt cheeks on the line out here, guys. She got proper butt cheeks as well.
I always joke that because when I go out and eat, I eat. Like, do you know have you seen the scene White Chicks where he's like, and for the lady perhaps the salad, and they're like, no, perhaps not as me. Like, I'm like 4 courses, like.
You're not like farting as well the way she done in White Chicks.
Oh no, I'm just you ways to make me go down. No.
I weren't sure, like, you know, hairy armpits and stuff, and farting and burping.
Honestly, my friend keeps saying to me, she's like, Caroline, I know you don't want to do OnlyFans, but do eat on camera, and you probably would get people watching because it's not normal how much I eat.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
people love
mukbang.
everything nowadays. There's a fetish for anything, isn't
Yeah,
there?
it's called mukbang, isn't it? Like where you eat and stuff like that. It's called mukbang or
Is
something like
that
that.
what
Yeah.
it's called?
Mukbang. Yeah, if you type mukbang in YouTube and stuff, you'll see it. And yeah, that's literally people eating. But the problem is, you've got to compete with these Chinese ladies that eat like a camel's penis,
Yeah.
and they literally eat like it's like a luxury to them. Eat like a camel, a massive camel's penis. They eat it, you know. So
Really?
yes,
Now,
they do.
yeah, actually, do you know, I've seen a couple of videos of like people eating and stuff, and there's a girl as well, like Eddie Hall does videos with her quite a lot, and she
Hmm.
ate like, I think it was something like the world record of hot dogs, and she wasn't even chewing, like she had some
Wow.
game about her. She
She was swallowing hot dogs, yeah.
just
What
swallowing it whole. The video
what
was
what
mad.
what kind of show are you turning this into,
Yeah,
girl? butt cheeks and freaking swallowing whole hot dogs. What's going on over here?
I did say you've got a nightmare bringing me on. Apologies.
No, no. I'm used to it. I'm used to a lot of things. Obviously, I'm an OnlyFans manager as well. So
I saw. How is that?
what do you mean you saw? What did you see?
It's in your bio. I did some stalking.
Yeah, it's kind of come along it's something that I never ever thought that I'd be doing. Like, I had no experience in it whatsoever. And then obviously I started interviewing a lot of people and a lot of girls and stuff, and they were saying to me, "Oh yeah, we do OnlyFans. We could really use promotion help and stuff like that." And I started just helping them out with that. And then I sort of actually started looking at the interface on OnlyFans and how it works and stuff. And then it's just something that I'm pretty good at doing, you know, because a lot of girls, they just don't seem to have, I'm not saying they don't have a clue, but you know, like knowing what guys want to see, sort of, you know. And
I mean,
it's
well, yeah.
not that I'm an expert or anything in that. Like, you know, maybe when I was younger, I might have watched the odd movie or two, but you know, yeah, so yeah, that's how it came along, and it's moving quite fast actually. I think I've got about 10 people that work with me at the minute. So
Wow.
it's
It's
it,
such a
it
big
is
industry as well, like
it's
especially.
it's huge. It's really huge. The sad thing is though, there's a lot of like the numbers. It's like the top 10%. You know, the top 10% earn about, I think it's not much. I think the top 10% earn I think it's just under $1,000 a month. So you have to think about 90% of people are earning less than $1,000 a month. And some of them obviously start doing it and they go head on straight into it. And obviously, you know, they sort of, you know, and then
I
obviously
don't think people realize as well how much kind of work does go into it as well.
it's a
I think,
lot.
yeah, there is. I think as well in maintaining, because you know, like retention of people as well is a big thing, you know, because there's so many people doing it now. I think
Yeah.
there's a TV show with Olivia Atwood where my mum keeps telling me to watch it, but she did it on, and the constant communication, the constant keeping up with new content. I mean, just from me doing like my own photo shoots, I've got like my messages of people wanting me to be available is massive, but like the actual availability that I have is so limited. And
Yeah.
just taking a photo is really like, actually I have a lot of respect now. It's not just a case of like
No.
smile. I'm very hard faced, so if I try and do like
Mhm.
a sexy face, like it looks like I want to fight you, like I don't even mean it.
All right. This is gonna lead us on to the next bit. I want you to give me a sexy face. I want you to make. So you're sitting down in a restaurant. You're sitting down in a restaurant, and I walk past, looking all handsome, dark, and
Play
sexy.
the video of me again, just put that back on.
Well, that would work, but that's cheating. You see, I want to see your. I want to see your smolder. I want to see your smolder.
Let me look back and then turn. Okay, right, okay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna rate this out of 10. Okay, so she's gonna give us.
I can't see the chat log, so people could be having like. Please do like.
No, there's not many people in at the minute. They keep popping in and out, but it will when I okay, go.
Bear with me. Okay, ready?
Okay, here we go. Come on, you got this. Give me your pose.
I did it. This is how bad it is. Do you not?
Give me your pose.
Why I'm single. Like really.
Oh
you
my.
didn't even know.
No, you started laughing. Come on, you gotta hold it. You gotta
Okay,
hold it. Come on,
okay.
just give me. So just imagine. I'm giving you a picture now. You're sitting down. You're in a restaurant or a pub or a bar, whatever, and you see a guy
Okay.
Looks just like me, all sexy and everything, and then you want to give me a bit of indication that you want me to come over and ask for those digits.
Okay, and then tell me if I do the thing everyone says, which looks like I want to fight you. Okay, ready? Okay, that was the longest I could do it for. Longest.
If you didn't laugh, I'm coming over to check them butt cheeks out for me.
Are you coming over? Okay,
I'm coming over to check those butt cheeks out for me.
Do you know what if I'm interested in somebody, if I'm out, I probably would just get up and walk past.
What is that? What is that? So many women. I don't know what it is. It's like, for guys, it drives us crazy because like we can fall in love or not fall in love. Some of us can, but we can instantly like someone straight away just by looking at them. They look back at us. We know that they're giving us some sort of vibe, but that person will just end up walking away. And for guys, we're just like, what the hell happened? And then we find out later on from one of their friends. Wait a minute. My friend really liked you, but she was just too embarrassed to come over and say something to you. I'm
not coming over. Like, no chance. Like,
why?
No.
Why? You gotta pull a guy. You wouldn't pull a guy like that, no?
No, I'm very like if a guy's interested in talking to me, come and chat to me, kind of thing. Like, come and talk to me, sit down, have a conversation. And it depends what you say as well, because there's different levels of compliments.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what about if I see you and I say you got a fat ass, girl? Would that work?
I mean, I probably just like.
You got a fat ass. I
prefer the butt cheeks. I prefer.
Okay.
You got big butt.
Okay, you got some lovely butt cheeks. Let me go back. Let me take you back to mine and clap them cheeks for you.
Are you single? This is why.
Yes.
No.
Well. Yes. Well.
Wow.
Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. We start a thing. No. This is all part of the thing. Where it's fun.
I love it.
Easy.
I love
fun, easygoing, having a laugh, no stress, very chill.
I'm loving
very
it.
chill.
No. But
very
yes,
chill.
in future, anybody do just come and talk to me, because I will give you a face, but I won't come over.
Okay, fair enough. So what does a guy have to do to get you? What is the perfect sort of approach for you? So if you're at a restaurant with your friends, what's the perfect approach for a guy to come over and try and get those digits?
Okay. I'm like do you know, it sounds really bad. I'm like one of these people who, like, you can come over, but just leave after a certain period of time, though. Do you know, naturally, like, I don't want to have to, because I'm out with my friends and I'm very loyal. So I'm with my friends. So I'm like, I'll give you the time, have that quick get to know each other. I'll give you my number. And then I always think, if you remember me the next day, you can text me, because usually everyone's drunk. So, yeah. But, yeah, come over, compliment me. Say, I don't know, something about my face, because usually, like, obviously the standard is my shape. So yeah, nice point out, even though I know for a fact it is my shape.
Okay, so you're sat at Starbucks. I'm gonna try. You're at Starbucks. You're outside with your dog. I'm gonna code call you, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna do this live. Okay.
Okay, go for it. Have I got my dog?
You got your dog as well. You're at Starbucks. You're outside.
Up for props.
There we go. So this is what I would try anyway. I don't know if it would work or not, but this is what I would try.
Okay.
So I'd get my coffee.
Am I role playing back?
Yeah, you could do. You can shut me down if you want to.
We'll do a minute.
Okay, you can shut me down. You can shut me down if you want at any time. It's no problem. Okay,
go for it.
This is totally off the cuff, guys, and I didn't plan this, so this is just me.
No, you really didn't. I'm nervous.
Okay, cool. So I'm coming. I see you. I'll sit down close but not too close, and I'll sit there. I'll take a sip of my coffee.
Okay.
And I would say, okay, let's. Why are you laughing? I'm the one that's doing this over here. This is.
You made me laugh and I spilled my drink. Go on.
Okay.
Go on. Okay. Sorry. Back in row.
You have an amazing dog. What is that breed of dog? I've never seen that sort of, like, I've seen them, but like I don't know what sort of type of dog that is. What sort of dog is it?
Okay, it was very robotic. Can we try again with a bit more emotion?
Oh no! Okay, at least you give me.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Right? Okay. Yeah, he's a sheepo. He's like, he's called Jet. Jet.
Oh, he's jet black. Oh, like me. Okay. Let's stop. We say,
You know
okay,
what? I'll be honest. Okay, feedback. We'll take some critical feedback, right?
okay.
You sat down without asking.
Oh, I sat down close enough, but not too close.
Oh, so you're on another table.
Another table, yeah, another table.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it. They're talking about my dog. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Good approach. Yeah, and a bit of humour as well. Yeah, I was fine for that.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
So,
alright,
so,
actually.
so I would sit down. I'd say, I hope you don't mind me saying this. You just look so beautiful. You look like a really nice person. Can I can I buy you a coffee or can I buy you a cake? Starbucks do an amazing carrot cake. I'd love to share a carrot cake with you. Maybe we can cut it in half and share it. How does that sound?
Okay, I'm sold for a carrot cake now. Like, yeah.
Okay, carrot cake. Oh, what does the dog? What does old Jet want? Let's get him something as well. I'm sure he'd like something. I'll get him one of those little doggy biscuits or something.
That is smooth.
Oh,
hey, that was smooth. You mentioned my dog. You got me carrot cake. You got food. Oh, you're in.
Okay, and then probably I'll go get if once you say yes, I'll go get the carrot cake. I'll say, wow, Caroline, it's just been amazing meeting you. Here's my number. I would love you to call me at some point, and we can arrange to meet up and go for another Starbucks and another Costa coffee and carrot cake. And make sure you bring Jet. Jet's got to come. Okay, he's just got to be there.
Okay, that was good.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got me number.
I've got your number. Am I clapping them cheeks then soon? That's the
other side of men that people don't see.
What other side of men? Go on, explain that. What other side of men?
You were dead gentleman, like, I'll see you again. I'm gonna clap them.
No, but I don't know why women act like surprised about that. Like some women like are offended by it. They're like, do you know what? What I've noticed, a lot of older women, I don't class you as that, but a lot of older women don't like the sort of, it's like they're a bit more reserved and they don't want to sort of just like go with the flow anymore. It's a lot serious. It's because they don't want to end up they don't want a one night stand, but they want something serious. But I totally understand that. But it's like, guys, if a guy's interested in you, like you don't want a guy to be interested in you if he doesn't want to have sex with you, because then that guy, isn't really interested. That's the first, like in our minds as guys. I want to be honest. When we see a beautiful woman, the first thing we're thinking about is what we can do. The quickest way of getting to them butt cheeks. Okay. And that's the first thing we're thinking about, how to get to those butt cheeks. And obviously we're going to be nice about it. We're not going to be creepy about it, whatever. Well, we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be, but we're gonna. That's what we're thinking anyway. So obviously we're nice, and hopefully as well. You tell me as well. What are women thinking the same thing? You see a nice guy, you think, ooh.
I mean, I'm ex-military, so I've worked with men, so I know exactly what men think. Unfortunately, I've been there when a new girl's starting the unit and everyone's putting bets on, which is terrible, but yeah, it happens. I think as well, I think it's just about like whatever you're interested in, isn't it really? Like, it's the same, it works both ways. I think nowadays, that just communication's so important. If a bloke's saying to me, I just want fun, and I'm in that mindset as well, fine. But if, for me, my intentions, I always say from the beginning, like if I'm if I'm investing in you, then I expect it back, because I want to settle down one day. But yeah, but if I am just wanting have a nice night, then I'll just say like. But yeah, I'm too like, put my foot down kind of person.
Okay, fair enough.
But so I do think.
Do you think guys are intimidated then by you, sort of, when have you had that experience then? Has that been your experience at the minute? Like guys too scared to come and talk to you, you got that big FU sign on your face. Although I think a guy, for you personally, I just think a guy that's gonna charm you is a guy that's just gonna have a lot of humor. I think that'll get into them cheeks.
I do like someone who make me laugh.
Guys, if you want the chance to take this lovely lady out to Starbucks, buy her a carrot cake, make sure you compliment the dog. I'm giving up the game. Don't be surprised.
Giving it up now. Honestly, someone didn't pay attention to me dog when they come in my house. That was a red flag.
Well, if he got in your house, he didn't even have to, did he?
He was picking me up for the
Oh,
date.
okay. Oh, really? And he didn't even. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Not
Oh,
my dog though.
he was just thinking about the cheeks. That's all he was thinking about, is the buttercups.
Girls want a man who'll just like it. You know, it's not hard today. There's Tinder, there's everything. Just all it takes is a bit of effort. You know, like this is it. Just a bit of effort, bit of communication. Act like you're interested in my life. It's
Okay,
not hard.
okay. All right. One of my followers has said that he'll buy you 2 carrot cakes and a coffee.
Wow, he's definitely up in you, isn't he?
Two. Honestly, you're gonna if you share this with all your friends and on your platforms and stuff, you're gonna get so many people saying to you,
Offering me cake.
"Do you want to go to Do you want to go to Starbucks?" You're gonna get so many people.
Do you know? I think my favourite type of date though would probably be if anyone was going to take me on a date would be I love anything kind of competitive. So like playing pool. I'm actually a really good pool player. You know, or drinks or food. Obviously, I think I've mentioned food quite a few times. So yeah.
Okay. Do you say you're a good pool player?
I am. Yeah, I love playing pool. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
We might have to do a collab soon. Bruddc testing out his pool skills.
100% with all
Not
the carrot cake.
Not my pool skills, guys. Just my actual pool skills. You know, I'm not. It's not.
We've
It's not
seen
like
that they're quite good, to be fair. Like
it's not like that. No, I'm just playing. I'm being good. Carrot cake, you know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Can you imagine? That'll be the buzzword. Should we go have some carrot cake after the pool game?
is that the go home word?
That'll be the buzzword. Yeah. Oh, I wonder what I'll be like. I wonder what Jet's doing. Do you think Jet's alright? I need to make sure Jet's okay. I just need to.
Oh, you've got to go and check on the dog.
Yeah. Say look. The date's going great, but I need to get back to see Jet. I need to give him a nice. I need to rub him and pat him and play with him. I want to play fetch with him.
Oh, you want to play fetch with him?
Yeah. Then what I do is I get the ball and I just throw it into your bedroom. He runs in there. Oh, look, he's on the bed.
How did we end up here?
What have you done to me? What have you done to my show? This isn't like this. Come on, what's going on? Okay, guys. This is all banter, guys, and this is all unscripted.
Please don't take me seriously.
All banter, guys. All banter. All unscripted. This is what we do here. Okay, we're heading towards the last segment of the show, which is just the questions and answers. This is where you fire 3 questions at me, and I fire 3 questions at you. We take it in turns. You can ask us whatever you want. We can ask whatever we want. Well, within reason, you know, within reason. Okay. And within reason and within class, okay? So we're not going to ask favourite sex positions or anything like that, just so we'll keep it nice and clean. Okay, yeah. I'll let you start. I've been firing at you the whole time.
Okay. Oh, it's like the game 21 questions. Okay. Right. So I'm curious about this. What made you get into this?
Okay, so podcasting and doing interviews like this, I must say, I couldn't have dreamed of having if you'd have said to me a year or 2 years ago that I would have the confidence to sort of host a show like this and talk to people that I've never met before and have like open conversations, unscripted, I would have been like, no way. So yeah, someone's put Warzone. I used to game a lot. I used to do a lot of games.
I'm a gamer.
Oh, what games do you play?
Oh, I love Halo.
Are you a Warzone girl?
Oh, I'll be honest. Do you know what? I wanted to be, but I played once. And everyone told me to get out. So.
Oh, okay. We won't tell you to get out. You can join our little. Clan that we play with.
I'll try. I tried to stream on Twitch for a little bit actually, because
I. Oh really? Okay.
Fortnite for a bit.
Fortnite's actually come back. Actually, I've started to play it a bit more actually. So yeah,
I'll
Fortnite's
have to have a game
really
with you on the Xbox.
Yeah. I'll probably be on later tonight. To be fair, after I've done my social daily stuff. But yeah, sorry, I was doing streaming, gaming, and then it moved on to doing Omegle. I don't know if you know about Omegle. Omegle. It's basically like a platform where you can just it's a random chat system where it's like video chats, random chats,
okay.
And loads of random people just come in. I wouldn't recommend it for yourself because the moment people see a pretty face, their dick comes out and literally it's out on the screen. So yeah, it's not safe for women. It's not safe for women. So I was having chats with people talking, and then I thought to myself, oh, why not do some interviews and stuff like that? And then yeah, so that's what got me into doing interviewing and Warzone and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. You're really good at it. You're very natural as well to talk to. So yeah, it's definitely a career path.
Okay. It's honestly like the OnlyFans is taking like this. Is this the first? I was actually really nervous and I was actually really low beat on this interview because at the start of it, anyway. On the lead, I've been fine. I've been fine once the interview started. But like, if you'd have seen me, I'm just thank God you said 8 o'clock or 8:30 because literally I was had my head on the pillow on the floor. Didn't even have a top on. I was literally But the moment it's like riding a bike, once you get on it, once you get on it.
I get that. You can burn out, can't you, from it? This is the thing. Yesterday, this morning, I just didn't set an alarm. It was my first day where I've had nothing to do, so I just slept. So you need it sometimes, but you can't tell.
Okay, cool. All right, my question for you. Okay, chat, give me a question for this lovely lady. She is ex-military. She is a model. Let me give you a preview. Let me give you a preview of what she's actually not an XXX model, guys. She's a classy swimsuit model. Okay, so a classy swimsuit model. Okay, guys, any questions for this? Ooh la la. Let me get that down. Okay. Any questions, guys? Questions? Fire me a question. Someone get me a question for this lovely lady. Make sure it's classy, guys. Classy question. While they're waiting, I'll ask a question, and the final question I'll leave it to someone.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. Would you accept a millionaire, good-looking guy that tells you you're going to be the main woman, but he's going to have his fun on the side. So basically, you will be looked after for life. He's a millionaire. You're going to be looked after for life, but occasionally he's going to step out. You're going to be the house mum. Occasionally he's going to step out and have some fun.
I was already saying no. I was itching. Absolutely not.
Really?
100% no. Like I'm so like I'm self-confident enough to know that, like, if you're not happy with me, then you're looking for the next best thing. There's something I'm clearly missing. So go and find whatever it is. Sorry. I've got my own house, my own car. I take myself out for food. So someone's got to add something to the table.
They've got to come with some extra value for you. They got to bring
100%.
when they come for Caroline Lewis, you have to bring the carrot cake and the coffee.
Pay attention.
Yeah, literally, guys. Honestly, I think I've just unlocked so many of your barriers, without you even honestly
just figured it out.
I've just unlocked so many of your barriers. You're gonna have guys just trying to
honestly, I get so many cake offers.
Literally, it's gonna be funny as well. I want you to tell me if you get anything like that as well.
If I do, honestly,
it'll be in the DMs. I saw you on Bruddc Entertainment, and I just thought you was really amazing. You seem like such a great person. I love Jet. I bought him a ball. I bought Jet a ball. It's a really squeaky ball, and I've got some carrot cake that my mum.
I'd love to throw it in your room.
I don't want to throw the carrot cake in your room, silly. I didn't say anything about throwing carrot cake in your room.
No, we're gonna eat that and then throw the ball.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Your question. No, you wouldn't accept it.
No.
Okay. Wait a minute. Do you think that would be the general opinion on most women in today's day and age?
I don't know. I think it's weird because I would say no usually, but then I see these videos at the minute where people are pulling out gold spades out the back of the boot because it's the whole gold digger prank video thing, and I don't know how real they are. But I mean, I think unfortunately nowadays, money is so accessible for some people that it's easy for them to. I don't know. I would say nowadays, there is women who probably would be like that, but I also think that there's, you know, that the man gets something out of it too. It's almost like it becomes a bit more of a transaction deal in my head, because you know the man gets like what he wants, which is like this home life, and the girl's getting what she wants. So I think I see it more as transactional though, if people do. Or nowadays, actually, some people have got this open relationship mindset, haven't they?
It's actually becoming it's a whole new world that we're living in. These youngsters,
Yeah.
like these youngsters, like, you know, what's going on with some of these youngsters now, like our generation, you know, forget about it, mate. We're like dinosaurs now. What's going on now, you know, it's literally like free, like, you know, it's like people are getting married now and there's like 2 women and a man, or 2 men and a woman, or 3 men.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not, to be fair. I think again, it's one of them. Back in, I think I saw something on like a podcast once about like years ago that was like in some cultures, obviously that's completely acceptable. So
It is,
I guess maybe like we're sort of getting with some of the times, we could almost say, in that respect. However, I think it's more just personal, like, you know, if that's how I've got a friend who's in a sort of an open relationship sort of thing, and you know it works for them because he's always away. But me personally, no, just a one man, one woman.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, your question.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm trying to think now because I feel like I gave you one, but then you gave me something quite quirky. So now I need to think. Okay.
My baby's driving me crazy. Sorry, that's one of my things. I just break out some random songs. Go.
I do that, you know.
No way, you don't.
Yeah, honestly, and I played a game. We used to play this game on the play. It was almost like Glee, where someone would start a song and then someone would pick up on the word, and you'd have to go with a different song and see how
Oh yeah.
going.
Okay.
I'm not a singer though, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
But do you like singing though?
Oh yeah, I try. It doesn't do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think we're a bit. I think we've got a lot in common. You know. Do you like
Yeah,
carrot cake? Do you like carrot cake?
I love carrot cake. It's one of my favourites.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Hey, I just made you do your natural face without even flushing and laughing. Yeah, it literally came out. You were like, yeah. Okay, your question.
Okay.
Let's stay locked in.
Okay. Right. I'm trying to think now. So, actually, okay. Your most place you would love to visit if you had any money in the world, and why? And who would you take?
Okay, favorite place to visit. I think I would like to go see the pyramids.
Okay.
I think I would like to go see the pyramids, and I would probably take my mum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd probably take my mum.
That's cute. Why? Why the pyramids?
I don't know. I just don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I've got like I'm a very spiritual person. I feel like I've just got like a very weird spiritual connection with them. Like for some reason, I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. It's just something that I would probably really like to do.
And why your mum?
I don't know, because I think I would just like to take my mum. She would. I don't know.
Do you have a close relationship?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, very very close knit family and stuff. Yeah, so I think I would like to take my mum.
Family values is really important to me. So yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, good question. Okay, so this I'm going to ask you a question. Now, it kind of touches on the other question a little bit, but I'm going to say to you, obviously, you seem like you've got your shit together, finances and everything at the minute. A guy that comes into your life that you really like, but he is a low earner, so he has no house, he's got no properties, no car. He lives at home with his mum, and he's earning 20 grand a year. He's a great guy, though. He ticks all the boxes other than the finances. Do you give that guy a chance?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, actually, 100%. I've been with people before who've like not like earned less than me. It doesn't bother me, things like that. It's more because that's the whole purpose of that sentence of I can pay my own wage. You know, I'm one of them. Like, I don't expect my dates paid for. You know, it's a nicety more than anything if it happens.
Wow.
So yeah, so for me, no. The thing is with me though is I do have ambition, and I am very ambitious as a person.
Yeah.
So for me, if someone was like, I don't know, I work, I don't know, as a pot washer. That's not a low. That's even that fair play. You're contributing. I feel even rude saying that because I've literally been where I've had no money myself. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm one of them mindsets where as long as they have vision and ambition for their life and they have that get up and go mentality, that's what matters more to me. Is that, you know, they are just as motivated in life as I am. So it's more the motivation than necessarily the job.
I get that, but let's try to peel back some layers a little bit. Let's try and make it a bit more devious. He's a postman, so he's a postman. He loves his job. He loves delivering post. He's got no other ambition other than making sure you get your post.
I mean, that's pretty cute, actually. I don't know. I mean, like, what constitutes as like being happy nowadays, really? Because like when my mum's honestly, my mum. I'm going to quote her. She said a saying to me once, and she was just like, you know, am I allowed to swear?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. My mum actually said a sentence to me, and she was on about we were talking about the whole looks thing and everything, and I'll refer it to looks, but in the same sense as a job. And she goes like, looks fade, and when you're 80, sat in a wheelchair next to someone going, well, that was boring as fuck. You know, what was the point? You know, just to be with someone who looks good in the moment. You know, I think it's the same thing with a job. You know, yeah, like. That as long as you're happy, and when I'm at home I'm having the best time in the world, I'd rather have that, because that matters more when I'm like 80 sat next to you, not bored shitless.
Okay, so I'm gonna you seem too good to be true on that part, because there's a thing with women will say certain things like, oh no, I'll take a broke man, not a broke man, but I'll take a guy that's a postman, a low earner and stuff like that. But the problem is I've noticed that sometimes women find it, not that let's just say some women look down on their guy, and they see themselves in a power position where they're sort of like almost better than that other person in a way. Like some women are like that. Like, and obviously from a lot of podcasts, there's women that would come out and say, hell no. There's women, and a lot of they'll come out and say, nah, I ain't going with no postman. My guy's got an 100 grand a year minimum. Like some women have a number on their guy, you know.
Really? Okay. Oh. I think the thing is though is I'm quite humbled. Like when I used to live in Tenerife, and I worked 12 hours unhealthily, and I used to get €40 a day. I mean, I was that poor. If I went to the hairdressers and got my hair dyed, I couldn't afford to pay for it to get washed out, so I had to walk back with a hair dye in and wash it. That was how, like, you know, so I've been there. So I think it'd be hypocritical of me, do you know? That's the thing. So so that's why my favourite perfume is actually from Zara, because it was the only thing I could afford. It was £10 and I still wear it now. Wow. But yeah, I think do you know, this actually, can I tell you a funny relationship story? Because this leads nicely into a very funny relationship story. I dated a guy, and I'm going to embarrass myself here. I dated a guy, he had less money than me. I didn't care. A few weeks into the relationship, he told me he inherited loads of money. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, like, you know, that's, you know, bonus. I'm not going to complain. And he was like, yeah, like, you know, so, and he actually got my dad. He was like, you know, I've inherited this house in Essex. It's full of stuff. Like, do you think you could help me come and get it out and sell it? And he told me this big story that his family had disowned him because of it. And we hosted him for Christmas because we felt really bad. You know, because he was like, I'm going to be on my own for Christmas if not. And he ended up... like asking my brother for financial like advice on it and what he should do with the money. He got a phone call from the bank in front of me, like emails, everything. And it was all a lie. I don't know why it just reminded me of I swear down. His family hadn't disowned him. We had him for Christmas. Like he sat in my house like upset. No, his family didn't want nothing to do with him.
What was his end game then? Was he trying to get some extra money, or was he just trying to?
You know what? I don't know, because I bought an iPhone off him as well, because he was selling an iPhone and he needed the money. So I said, look, I'll just buy it off you. And he put it. I don't know iPhones, but imagine, for example, it was an iPhone 11 box, and I thought I was buying an iPhone 11. I don't know if that exists, and it was actually an iPhone 8.
This guy sounds like a hustler. I like this guy. You should have told me about this guy earlier.
Honestly, people wonder why I'm single, and then I found out because I asked him to send me like just some proof, and I called the solicitors, and I was like, oh, can I just? He was in the military. I was like, he's on deployment. I lied. I was like, can I just check like the status of it and stuff? And they were like, what's the number? And he'd actually got his service number, and he'd changed it around the numbers and then used it as a reference.
Oh, brother. Oh my God.
What did you think was going to happen?
I think he was, obviously this is a guy you were dating, yeah?
Years ago, yeah.
Okay, so I think what happened with this guy was that he felt worthless. He didn't have the confidence, and the only way he felt he could keep you is by lying to you and telling you about the money. Unfortunately.
But, I mean, I didn't care. Like, honestly, like I was genuinely like, he was lovely, but he had a lovely personality, I thought.
Yeah.
But this is that, I don't know, it just reminded me of that question for some reason. It triggered me that memory. But yeah, no, honestly, it really genuinely, I can't say it enough. Like, I am just so down to earth. Like, I just want, it sounds really bad, but I've had that many bad dates and bad relationships, as you can imagine from that sentence alone.
Yeah.
That I think at this point, like when you say the nice guy, you hit an age, don't you, where like you do just want a nice guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it sounds really bad saying that. Obviously, they've got to have characteristics. I've got to find him sexually attractive. I've got to like their personality. But genuinely, it does boil down to, at this point with my track history, just a nice guy.
Okay. I think we are at the end of the show, Caroline.
Thank you.
I must say to you that I actually, before this interview, I was dreading it because I felt like absolute shit. And just talking to you from the moment we started, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. Honestly, it's been really easy talking to you. Perked me up. Thanks to you, I'm probably going to be up gaming till 3 a.m. now. After I've done my edits and stuff like that. I will definitely have you back on my show, and and we can do some stuff together. I do morning shows 3 days a week, so I'd love to have you on one of those where we talk about what's trending in the news and stuff. And I will be testing your pool skills out. Definitely, we'll have to arrange that.
And carrot cake.
You're in the carrot cake. Come on. Jet's got to be there, okay?
He is. He's got to be there. He's currently chilling out now. He's given up on his fame's got to his head. He needs a break.
Fair enough. So you mentioned you're a fitness girl. I'm wondering if you got 50 press-ups for us.
I'm not. This is the question. This is what we were saying. I can't train anymore.
Oh, sorry, you can't train anymore. Still,
no,
I thought you'd recovered.
I can eat a lot. No, so I do a lot of walking now. So
okay,
but I used to be a massive gym girl, and I'll be honest, I probably could still do a few press ups, but
okay, all right. She slid the press ups. Medical exemptment.
Sorry, everybody.
So medical exemptment. Okay, guys, this was Caroline Lewis. Everyone, thank you very much for joining me. Gaming crew, I'll be on shortly. Caroline, final thoughts of yourself?
Oh, honestly, thank you for having me. I would not have been able to tell that you felt like that before. Like, it's been genuinely a lot of fun. I've enjoyed talking with you. Very easy. And yes, if you do ever want me back on for anything, just give me a shout.
And I will definitely have you back on. Guys, everyone, this was Caroline Lewis. Make sure you check out our Instagram. This video is going to be posted as a single video as well, guys, on my channels. So make sure you go over and watch the full interview if you didn't get to watch it. Everybody, hasta mañana, doble notes, adios, hasta la vista, goodbye, Bruddc Entertainment.